We're going to begin, of course, with this morning with a very emotional arrival. And emotional was a word last night. A former President Trump at the Republican National Convention. This was his first public appearance since the attempt on his life over the weekend. Wearing a bandage over his injured ear, Trump drew very loud cheers from the crowd. His arrival came as he officially secured the delegates to become his party's nominee. And he announced his running mate, that's Ohio Senator JD Vance. All that just from day one of the convention, and there is so much more happening today. Tony, as you know, is leading our RNC coverage in Milwaukee. Tony, good to see you. It was a very emotional night last night. I was up late watching.
Yeah, good morning, Gayle. Emotion really is the word for it. Pure emotion last night as Donald Trump locked in his party's nomination. The crowd here was dancing in the aisles to classic rock at times. And then the former president, as you mentioned, he appeared himself on a big screen and then walking out to a notable and powerful hush in the arena before that raucous applause and chants of "We love Trump." The woman directly next to me, in fact, broke into tears at the mere sight of her candidate. And then we got our very first image of the Republican ticket together. Trump and his newly announced running mate, Ohio Senator JD Vance. And Vance is interesting. It's been a journey from critic to ally, once calling Trump cultural heroine and possibly America's Hitler, now fully embraced by the crowd as one of their own. As for Donald Trump himself, he did not speak last night, but the emotion was etched onto his face as well, and he is now reworking his Thursday night speech to be, quote, more unifying, he has said, a notion not typical of a Trump campaign speech. Our team is all over all these angles and more, including the latest from the attempted assassination and new comments from President Joe Biden about cooling down our politics. But we're going to begin with Ed O'Keefe, who's with me here in Milwaukee and was with me on the floor last night in the Fiserv Arena. What did you notice?
Relief and resolve. Relief that he's okay, resolve to make sure that the Republican Party wins this. But as you said, just this sense of thank goodness he's safe, and now let's figure out how to win this thing. And the former president's dramatic entrance capped a really busy day one for Republicans.
Donald J. Trump.
Former President Donald Trump made his first public appearance since surviving an assassination attempt, standing side by side with his new running mate for the first time and showing a rare, somber side amid an outpouring of support. When Trump walked out, many in the crowd were moved to tears.
I am so emotional just to see him here with us this evening.
Several speakers on night one of the Republican convention made mention of Saturday's attack.
Even in the most perilous moment this week, his instinct was to stand and to fight.
The devil came to Pennsylvania holding a rifle, but an American lion got back up on his feet and he roared!
Florida.
Earlier in the day, Trump's children helped award Florida's delegates to their father.
We hereby nominate every single one of them for the greatest president that's ever lived, and that's Donald J. Trump.
Those delegates put the former president officially over the top, clinching the party's nomination for the third consecutive time. We spoke to Donald Trump Jr., who's played an outsized role in his father's choice of Ohio Senator JD Vance for his running mate.
I love that JD is young. You know, my father built Trump Tower at 37. You can be young and accomplished. I love that he's young because I see him as someone who can actually carry sort of that America First movement forward.
And Ohio Governor Mike DeWine told us Vance's life experiences benefit the ticket.
Growing up in Ohio, difficult circumstances, someone who served in the military. It's a great pick.
Teamsters President Sean O'Brien closed out the night, the first time a leader of that powerful labor union has spoken at a Republican convention.
The Teamsters are not interested if you have a D, R, or an I next to your name. We want to know one thing. What are you doing to help American workers?
So it's night two. How on earth do you top that? Well, tonight's theme is Make America Safe once again, and the headliner we're watching for is the former United Nations ambassador and GOP rival of Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, who's set to speak. She was a last-minute ad. Big hope among Republicans that they can unify the party, somehow keep her voters in the fold, lest they head for President Biden or a third-party option, or worse for Republicans, just stay home.
Yeah, Ed O'Keefe showcasing some of those powerful interviews from the floor. Ed, thank you very much. Appreciate it.